This is the sagittal section of abdominal cavity. Here, this is the anterior abdominal wall and this is the posterior abdominal wall. These abdominal walls are lined by a layer of peritoneum which is called as parietal layer of peritoneum. Parietal layer of peritoneum lines the inner aspect of the anterior as well as the posterior abdominal walls. Then these are the viscera which is situated in the abdominal cavity. All viscera are covered by another layer of peritoneum which is called as visceral layer of peritoneum. So peritoneum consists of parietal layer which lines the inner aspect of the abdominal wall and visceral layer which cover the external surface of all viscera. And the cavity present between the two is the peritoneal cavity. And coming to the vertical distribution or disposition of the peritoneum, we will start from the umbilicus. This is the umbilicus. This is the anterior abdominal wall. This is the parietal layer of peritoneum lining the anterior abdominal wall. From here it lines the inner aspect of the diaphragm also. From here it is reflected onto the anterosuperior aspect of the liver and continues as the visceral peritoneum covering the liver. So this attachment, this reflection is called as the falciform ligament. The fold of peritoneum present between abdominal wall and liver is called as falciform ligament. Then it continues as the visceral peritoneum lining the surfaces of the liver. This is the anterior surface and this is the inferior surface of the liver. Here it forms anterior layer of the lesser omentum. Here another folding present here in between the liver and stomach is the lesser omentum. And here again the parietal layer of peritoneum is here. Here the posterior surface of the liver which is also covered by the visceral layer of peritoneum. So this area's liver is not covered by peritoneum. This area is called as bare area of the liver. Bare area of the liver comes in direct contact with the diaphragm. So the visceral peritoneum covering the posterior, again the inferior aspect of the liver continues as the posterior layer of the lesser omentum here. So this double layered fold of peritoneum consists of two layers, anterior and posterior layers of the lesser omentum. Then these two layers splits again to enclose the stomach. Then below the stomach, these two layers descends downwards to form another folding of peritoneum which is called as the greater omentum. The layer covering the anterior surface of the stomach descends downwards to form the first layer of the greater omentum. It folded on itself to form the fourth layer of the greater omentum. So greater omentum is another large fold of peritoneum lies in the abdominal cavity. It consists of four layers, anterior layer, first two layers or anterior two layers and posterior two layers. Anterior two layers is the first and second layers. First layer, that is a continuation of visceral peritoneum covering the anterior surface of the stomach which descends downwards, folded on itself to form the fourth layer. Again it covers the posterior aspect of the transverse colon and forms the posterior inferior layer of the transverse mesocolon. Then the second layer, which is an extension from the peritoneum covering the posterior surface of the stomach, descends downwards as a second layer of greater omentum, folded on itself, reflected on itself to form the third layer which cover the anterior aspect of the transverse colon, and superiorly it forms the superior layer of the transverse mesocolon. Then continues as the parietal layer of the peritoneum covering here and continues with the parietal layer here. So here a closed space is formed behind the liver and the stomach and also within the greater omentum. This is called as lesser sac. This closed space is a part of peritoneal cavity which is closed and lies behind the liver and stomach. This is called as lesser sac. And the remaining portion of the large portion of the abdominal cavity or peritoneal cavity is the greater sac. And this greater sac communicates with the lesser sac through an opening which present on the right side of the lesser omentum which is called as epiploic foramen. Now again this is the transverse mesocolon, another fold of peritoneum suspends the transverse colon. See, again it forms the parietal peritoneum here, again folded to form another folding of peritoneum to form the mesentery, which suspends the coils of jejunum and ileum. Again forms another folding, this is the sigmoid mesocolon. Then here it forms, continues as the parietal layer of peritoneum. Parietal layer of peritoneum enters into the pelvic cavity. Here parietal layer of peritoneum covers the superior aspect of the pelvic viscera, and this is the female peritoneum. So three organs are here: anterior urinary bladder, uterus and rectum. In between these organs, this parietal layer of peritoneum forms two foldings. Between the uterus and rectum, this folding is called as recto-uterine folding, and the space extends into is the recto-uterine pouch. In between bladder and uterus, this folding is utero-vesical folding, and the space extends into this is utero-vesical fold. So again the parietal layer of peritoneum lines here and continues with the parietal layer lining here. That is a vertical disposition of the peritoneum in the abdominal cavity.